given it a lot of thought?
It's a big commitment. I think it's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah. Definitely a big change in our lifestyles.
The bottom line is I think it's the right thing to do. It's just a matter if you're up to it.
I'd like to give it a try.
Good morning. You're up bright and early. Coffee's on the stove.
I already gave Barbara Jean her breakfast.
Thanks.
I was hoping he'd be feeling better today.
You can't expect him to get over it overnight. It's going to take some time.
It's going to take time for all of us.
That's why this is such an important decision. You sure we'd be doing the right thing? Well, I'm off. Where to? General Hospital. I work there, remember? You considered taking a few days off? No, what I need is to keep myself busy. There's too many memories in this house of Tanya.
We want to talk to you about the house.
Could it wait? I'm sort of late. It's not going to take that long. It's important, too. Okay. Felicia and I have been talking, and well, you know, it's going to be a big responsibility taking care of this house and a daughter. Tell me about it. I'm always amazed that Tanya could run this house and manage her schedule at the hospital. Have you thought of bringing in any help? You know, you don't worry about it because I know you got a lot of other things to do than babysit. Well, that's not what I meant. Well, what did you mean?
We've got an idea that may solve your problem.
What? Felicia and I'd like to move in here and help take care of the house and Barbara Jean.
We'd like to pitch in and just help keep things going around here.
You know, you don't have to do that. I mean, you don't have to make those kind of sacrifices for me. What sacrifice? Yeah, this would be like a vacation for us. It's pretty tempting.
Tony, I want to take care of that baby. And keeping this house is the only way I can think of for repaying Tanya for everything she ever did for me.
I don't believe you guys. So, is it a deal? I love it. I would love it. You're so good to me.
That's what families are for.
Come here. Yes. Yes. You're not too little. Everything's gonna work out. You'll see. Can I go to work? Go to work. You guys are the best.
Oh, we did it. Good going.
We'll see if you'll be saying that a month from now.
Let's go, we can make it work.
Speaking of work, I gotta go and try to find the guy who did this to Tanya.
Hi, what are you doing here?
Psych neuro meeting today, right?
Of course, but I didn't expect you.
Well, I've been to these meetings since I came to the hospital. I didn't see why this week should be any different.
Tony, I thought you were going to take some time off.
I did for a few days. I think that being busy is a little bit better.
You really think that's wise? You have been through a terrible ordeal.
Buzz, I appreciate your concern, but I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could handle it.
Okay.
That's a suggestion, Dr. Foster. I wouldn't have thought that procedure would help with such a severe trauma case.
I think you'll get good results. Just be patient.
Okay. Hey, Tony, it's good to see you.
Good to be back.
How's that beautiful daughter of yours?
She's doing just fine.
Oh, just give her a kiss for me, will you? Gentlemen, why don't we get started? Let's be seated. Unless somebody has some good hospital gossip I don't know about. First, I'd like to introduce a new member to our group. This is Dr. Hardy, the young Dr. Hardy. Doctor, you may already know we have these meetings once a week to discuss patient treatment plans. We feel that this allows for a healthy exchange of ideas, not only with the members of our department, but also with neuro and med-surg.
Yeah, and you got a real break today, kid. I'm covering for your old man.
Oh, listen, don't scare him. He's got to come to all of these meetings. He will serve as my eyes and ears when I'm too busy elsewhere.
Has everyone looked over all the summaries?
Why don't we get started then? The first case is Cory Blythe. Cory was admitted as a possible AD, affective disorder.
Cory was given a full physical upon admission. According to best indications, he's a normal, healthy 17-year-old male Caucasian.
17 years old. Did you run a drug screen?
Yes, the test showed no indications of drugs or other abnormalities in the system.
Tony, I'd like you to give Cory a full neurological workup.
He had one at the time of his admission.
I realize that, but his behavior has us somewhat puzzled. Maybe a second look by your people could give us a better approach.
This time I agree with you, Dr. Hardy.
Okay, it's not a problem. I'll schedule a full workup as soon as we've seen him.
Why don't we go over this file a bit more before we let him in? I'd like to make sure that we have all the bases covered here. This is such an exceptional case. I think it merits some thorough discussion here.
Look who's here.
Hey,
DJ.
How's Tom doing? Oh, he's not doing very good. But he went back to work today.
So soon?
Well, I understand that. You want to put the whole experience behind you and just move on. Oh, speaking of moving, Frisco and I are going to move in with Tony and Barbara Jean for a while.
I think it's a very good idea. Tony's going to have to worry about without worrying about BJ and running the house and everything, right?
What about you? Can you handle all of this? Are you kidding? I've always wanted a big family. So this will give me an opportunity to practice taking care of a little baby.
You need any help, you let me know, okay?
I will. Thanks. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Cory, everything seems to be normal. Now, of course, that was just a preliminary checkup. I still want to do a full workup on you this afternoon, okay?
Cory, we want to help you. Please, tell us what's bothering you.
Doctor, maybe Cory will talk to us at next week's session.
Will you come back and talk to us, Cory?
Come on. I'll get a nurse to take you back to your room.
Well, gentlemen, it's evident to me that that young man is suffering from some hidden emotional crises or trauma. Any clues?
No, not so far, no.
No idea whether the onset was sudden or if it was a long time in developing?
No, it could be anything from fear of approaching manhood to a breakup with a girlfriend or one of 1,000 other problems in school.
Growing up is not easy these days.
No.
Group therapy with kids his own age.
I don't know if he'd participate in that.
You never know. When I was in drug rehab, I saw a lot of locked doors open up.
Then let's give it a shot.
Well, there's a group of teenagers meeting this afternoon. I could set him up for that.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Good. Let me know what happens right away. How soon can we get those test results?
Oh, when I have them, you have them.
Great. Thanks, Tony.
Okay, Tony.
Tom, do me a favor.
You name it, bud.
Keep an eye on Tony.
Well, he seems to be coping well enough.
Maybe too well. You know what can happen when someone buries grief under a heavy workload. I'll see you later.
Yeah. go over it again.
Okay. Reports from state police. Yesterday, noon to midnight. Today, midnight to noon, noon to now. This is a list of the body shops by precinct, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, etc.
There's got to be something we're missing.
The car that hit Tanya seems to have vanished into thin air.
Cars just don't vanish. What about the witnesses' reports? Where are they?
Well, they don't agree on much, and that isn't helping us at all.
Are they around? Anybody I can talk to?
I believe Mrs. Lynch is, and the others are on their way.
Mary Lynch. Bring her in, will you, please?
You bet.
Hello, Mrs. Lynch. Have a seat, will you, please?
Thank you.
Would you like some coffee?
Oh,
or...
no, thank you.
Mrs. Lynch, I'd like to go over your account of what happened at the scene of the accident.
I've already told you everything I know.
Well, a woman's been killed, Mrs. Lynch, and if you can help us, I'm going to need your help.
All right.
First of all, I know we've gone over this before, but I just need you to refresh me exactly on a few points. Where were you just before the accident?
Here.
And where was the woman who was hit?
Right here.
Now, just tell me what took place.
Well, we were standing on the corner talking. We'd just finished shopping. We started down the street, and this woman, she stepped off the curb here, and then this car came whipping around the corner and hit her.
Now, in your statement here, you mentioned the stop sign. Where was the stop sign?
Right here.
I see. So, the driver was coming up the street on your left. The woman stepped off the curb here. The driver stopped at the stop sign.
Oh, no. He went right through it.
And then what happened?
Well, he hit her. He just kept right on going. I couldn't believe my eyes.
What sort of car was it, Mrs. Lynch?
As I said before, it was a compact. I couldn't tell you the make. I'm really not very good at that sort of thing. You know, it's too bad my husband wasn't there. He knows all the cars.
Do you remember the color?
Yes, it was gray.
Did you see the driver?
Yes, he was a young man, 20-something, I'd say.
Race?
White, Caucasian. He just left her lying right there.
Did you see the license plate?
No. You know, but I think that some man wrote it down.
I want you to try and concentrate on the driver, Mrs. Lynch. Now, was he wearing any type of glasses or a hat, possibly?
Not sure. No hat. At least I don't think so, anyway.
Color of his hair?
I can't remember.
Let's go through it again, Mrs. Lynch. Now, you tell me where you were and where the lady was right before the accident.
I've already told you everything I know. What's the point in going through it so many times?
We'll go through it 100 times, Mrs. Lynch, if it'll help me find the person who killed my sister-in-law.